Hi, this is Patrick from Correct Balance. Today we're going to record a video about construction industry scheme tax and how to deal with it in our chosen Xero package. We've noticed over time, over the length of time with our company that basically people, bookkeepers and accountants, some accountants give the wrong advice on how to record that. Now, construction industry scheme tax is related to, as we say, construction industry, so that will be probably applicable to only to builders, electricians, plumbers, anyone who's doing works on the building and is subcontracting for the main contractor and things like that. Now, this also on certain occasions will include cleaning companies, which they sometimes not aware of, and this is because this is only when they being subcontracted by the builders to clean after builds, new build homes after builders. So this is the activity which will attract construction industry scheme registration and deductions. Now, you can get more details now on HMRC website or send us a email later on from our website, and we can answer more of those questions later on. This is not a subject which we're going to cover today. What are we going to cover is to say that you need to remember construction industry scheme tax, which is deducted from your company if you're being subcontractor, or is deducted from subcontractor if you're deducting it from the subcontractor. That tax does not lower your sales and does not lower your cost of goods sold, the cost. So it needs to be recorded properly to reflect that. Now, nevertheless, you're getting less money than you've actually invoiced. So this is where the confusion comes, because a lot of people think, all right, we get less money because we invoiced, let's say we invoiced £3,000, £1,000 was labor, £2,000 it was, for example, a materials, and there was no VAT included in that. So let's say, for example, it's £3,000. So the only cost, the only tax construction industry is going to be only recorded on your labor part. And as we said, labor was £1,000. So your main contractor will deduct from you £200. Or if you are a main contractor, you will deduct £200 from the payment for your subcontractor. So instead of getting £3,000, you're going to get £2,800 on this occasion. Now, let's see what we're going to do. What I've done before, which I should actually show you, but I've done it here already. We've got a chart of accounts. We need to make sure that we've got appropriate liabilities account, because it's not a profit loss account. It's not your expenditure. It's something what you recover later on through PAYE or through self-assessment, depends how you're being formed. Again, I'm not going to cover that in this tutorial. Now, I've prepared earlier in around PAYE accounts, I've prepared construction industry scheme deducted from company. This is the tax under this scheme deducted from our company. So if I as a builder was a subcontractor for a bigger builder to build the new houses, they would deduct it from me, and that's where my tax would go. Now, the other one is construction industry scheme deducted from subcontractors. So if I subcontracted someone to help me with my work, that's where the construction industry scheme tax would go. That's the amount would go to that account, because I would have to deduct it from that subcontractor. Now, if we go to our sales, let's issue the invoice. So we're going to issue new invoice. By the way, this is similar in all the packages. You probably could do that in most of the packages, although we are going to be posting the videos for other accounting packages as well. So let's say our invoice was issued. I've issued it to Affordable Buildings Ltd because they are the main contractor, and they're going to deduct tax from us, and then we're going to deduct tax from the subcontractor anyway. At some point I'm going to show you how to deal with that. So main contractor is Affordable Buildings, and I want to issue them invoice so they can pay me for my work which I've done for them. And let's say they pay it today. Now labor, and let's say labor is £1,000. Let's don't include VAT at the minute, not to muddle it up. Materials, and let's say materials is 700. Again, don't worry about VAT at this point. Now, so we've got £1,700 invoice sent to main contractor. Let's approve it, and let's say this invoice is sent already. Okay, that invoice is sent. Now we received a payment from the main contractor for that invoice. Remember, this is invoice we as a subcontractors issued to main contractor. So now they have to deduct construction industry scheme tax, and that tax is calculated only on the labor. So as we've got, they used eBank, whatever they deposited money, £1,500, which will have to be matched to our invoice. Now if we put we've got two invoices for them. That was my previous just messing about. Okay, we want to pay this one. As we see, our invoice is £1,700. Now they paying us 1,500, and this is because our labor was £1,000 and they deducted 20% because we are registered with HMRC for construction industry scheme. They've deducted 20% tax, and 20% out of 1,000 is £200. So 1,700 take away £200 gives us £1,500. So they paid us correctly. But what are we going to do with this? So we're going to do that. We are actually going to record the full payment on that. So we're going to clear the invoice. We're not going to lower the amount of sales. And we've got the difference of £200. Now, how we can deal with it? We can actually put adjustment. You can call it bank fee if you want to, that's fine, because that's going to go to construction industry scheme deducted from company. Now, this is one way of doing it. There's another way. Description, see, deducted from company. An account. Now that's where the accounts come into place. Oops, 7. So I found construction industry deducted from company. You could type it by just start typing construction industry from subcontractor and from company. There you go. No VAT, and amount £200. So what that does, it clears our invoice, so our sales still record £1,700, but it also allocates the payment to appropriate construction industry scheme account. So I would say this is the fastest way of doing it in Xero, and the easiest way. Now there is another way. You could allocate the payment and then try to find the similar and make the payment to the bank account, from the bank account to that account, but we're not gonna worry about that. Okay, so this is via adjustment, because we already had that prepared in our chart of accounts. We've done construction industry scheme here, accounted for it. We can reconcile that. So now when we go to those invoices, we shouldn't have that invoice, we shouldn't have anything outstanding on that invoice, basically. So if we go that accounts, CO, and there you go, actually it's at the top. So invoice 45, which we paid, is £1,700, and it says it's paid. So basically it cleared the invoice, it's not outstanding, there is no amount outstanding. We did not post any credit notes because we don't have to do that. We actually mustn't do that, because once you post a credit note, you lower your turnover, which is actually wrong. You understate your turnover, which can cause you problems in case of inspections from HMRC. So this is how you deal with construction industry scheme tax taken away from you. Now, what are you doing if you taking the construction industry tax from the subcontractor? I'm just gonna issue an invoice for whatever payment. Okay, we got smart agency, that's fine. Purchases. Purchases, we're gonna enter new bill which we received from smart agency. Smart although the name is wrong, but doesn't matter. It's not agency, it's one builder. Let's assume this is just one builder, and we need to pay that today as well, or whenever. Invoice, let's say, is 521. Now we've got labor, quantity 1, and labor, let's put again £1,000, and this is, have we got subcontractor? Nope. We've got cost of goods sold. Yeah, there we go. Let's keep it there for now. Or maybe we got labor. Nope. This is a demo company, by the way. It's not one of the building companies we deal with, so not everything is set up as it would be. So we've got labor at £1,000 and materials. Oops. At 3,700. Okay, no VAT on those, again, just to keep it. So overall the bill is 4,700. Let's approve that one. This is the bill from our subcontractor. Now we go to payments. Oh, come on, go up. Now we go to payments. Okay, the dates are off a bit here, but doesn't matter. We're just gonna use whatever transaction was in the demo account. I'm not gonna be uploading the new statements and everything. It just takes too much time now. So we need to find that invoice. We're gonna start typing smart. This is our invoice, smart agency, 4,700, and they paid 4,500. That means they paid £200 less. I mean, we've paid £200 less. We've paid £200 less because the labor element on that invoice was £1,000, and 20% again. We assume they are registered with construction industry scheme. This is actually the information you will have to confirm with your subcontractor, but that's not the subject of this now. It's just how to deal with the invoices. So £1,000 labor, that accounts for 20% construction industry scheme, which is £200. Therefore, instead of paying 4,700, we paid 4,500 because we retained £200 tax. So let's mark that. Now there's the difference, 200 again. And once again in Xero, it's easy. It's the same what we did in Cell, but on the other side. We're gonna put that bank fee. And this time we're gonna allocate it to, oops, deducted from subcontractor. From subcontractor. Okay. And we're gonna put £200. Oops, minus £200 because we deducting. There we go. Reconcile and confirm. So now that bill should be paid, should show as paid, nothing outstanding. So let's go to purchases. Actually, we can go to bills straight away. Interesting. This is exactly what we like during the videos. Why not? Okay, so now we've got smart agency 4,700 paid. That's great. If we go to our balance sheet, what's happened here? That's fine. There you go. That's where we've got our liabilities here. Now we've got from company minus £200, it's in brackets, because it actually, when they deduct that, we're gonna claim it back from our PAYE, so it's gonna lower the PAYE liability. And we've got £200 deducted from subcontractor, which is on plus in liabilities, because it adds to our liability, because we're gonna return that to PAYE, so we will have to up our PAYE with that amount. So what we can do, so now to account for it in your payroll, what you would have to do at the end of each period, which is 5th of each month, you would have to post a journal, or your bookkeeper would have to post a journal moving those amounts from construction industry scheme for that month to PAYE accounts. We're not going to do that now. That's going to be another thing, how to reconcile the construction industry scheme in different softwares. We've dealt with invoices only, so you can go back to your video and go through each step. I know we've done it pretty quickly, but this is as simple as it gets in Xero. That's how you record construction industry scheme on payments on your invoices. The next bit, this one, is mostly done by bookkeepers and your payroll administrators. That's what they need to do. It's not going to be done by someone who just by a salesperson or someone on administration in the office who just does the payments for the invoices and allocates the payments. So that's going to be another video another time. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe. Also, if you've got any comments, please leave us a comment on our blog underneath the video. Our comments are moderated, so it may not show up straight away, but we will publish it if it's appropriate comment, if there is no spam in there, and we will answer to any questions you may have there. Alternatively, use our form, send us a question via form, or contact us via whatever contact means we've got on our website. So thanks for watching, and wait for another video. We're gonna have another one. Please come back and see what we're doing as well. Thank you very much. Bye bye.